I go back to the video about halfway through. So the bar on the bottom?
Yeah, I'm trying to find that.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Elevate Live. I'm Craig, the Student Ministry Director here. So good to see you guys. We're glad that you've shown up for our live stream. This is the first live stream of the month of December. So we have one Elevate Live on the first and third Sundays of the month. What's going on, everybody? Make sure you share this link, share the live stream with people if you see people that aren't here from youth group, so that we can get all the people here, because we have a lot of prizes, a lot of games, got a lot of giveaways tonight for all you students. So thanks for hanging out and joining our live stream. Again, be sure to share that around. In the comments, why don't you just give a shout out? We've got a new tech guy, producer, slideshow manager, Noah. My buddy Noah's here, so give him a shout out in the comments. Yeah, let's let's just raid and storm his channel. Okay, guys, I'm just kidding. I don't think he's got a YouTube channel.
No.
So we have an awesome night for you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun with a lot of games, stuff like that. And yeah, man. So Thank you guys for being here. We're going to jump right in and play some games. So we've got our first one on the screen behind me. This is called Emoji. I'm sorry, this is the Emoji Challenge Christmas Edition. Emoji Challenge Christmas Edition. So all you guys got to do is guess what the Christmas song is by the emojis on the screen. It's quite simple. So there are going to be, let me double check. There are going to be four qualifiers and one winner. So all you have to do is guess the name of the Christmas song by the emojis displayed. All right, we're going to show you the first one right now. All right, so name that Christmas song just by the emojis. Drop in the comments as fast as you can. And that is going to Eva, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree is the answer. Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree is the answer. So Eva, I want you to stay out of the chat for the emoji challenge. You are one of our qualifiers. All right, so Eva's gonna stay, she's fast. All right, stay out of the chat for the rest of the game, Eva, and then you qualify for the final round. So we're looking for three more qualifiers, right? Yeah. Here we go, next one. And remember, we're going off my chat here, my YouTube chat. There you go, Nathaniel, coming in hot. Nice job, Nathaniel. So those are our two qualifiers so far. We're going to do two more. Frosty the Snowman was the correct answer. Nice job, you guys. So Nathaniel and Eva, you're going to stay out of the chat until you get to that final round, and then it'll be you two against two other people for the final prize. Which one is this? Go ahead. Take your shot. Take your guess. I have to sneeze. Good thing Noah and I are like 25 feet apart. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. All right, we got Cullen, Silent Night. Cullen got Silent Night, so our winners our qualifiers are Eva, Nathaniel, and Cullen. You guys know the drill, stay out of the chat. Thank you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. They're all saying in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, here we go. Next one. Last one to qualify if you want to win a prize. All right, what do we got? Brianna, Joy to the World. She got it right. Joy to the World. Nice job, you guys. Nice guesses. So what's going to happen is we are going to pause right here before we jump to the next one. So the four qualifiers, the four players we have are Eva, Nathaniel, Cullen, and Brianna. All right, so you four, get your fingers ready. I'm going to give Noah the signal, and he's going to throw up the emojis on the screen. And you're going to have to guess this last one for the Emoji Challenge Christmas Edition. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you think this one is? First one to answer wins a $5 gift card. That is. Cullen, he got it. 12 Days of Christmas, but Evo is very, very close behind. Cullen's our winner. Nice job. Way to go, you guys. Excuse me. Way to go. That was good work. I like that. All right, we're moving on to the classic, the ultimate game that you guys know and love, Name It, Claim It. So with Name It, Claim It, it's quite simple. All you have to do is name the item, and then you claim that said item. I'm going to list off 5 different qualities, traits, or descriptive words about a specific item. You can guess as many times as you'd like. And then if you get it correctly, the first one to get it correctly will win that prize. And so tonight we've got some awesome prizes. We got 3 different Name It, Claim It items, and they're all Christmas themed. So we're going to start right away with the first one. And here are your words. Delicious. Classic. Filling. Chocolate. Nabisco. So people are putting cookies. I need more specific. Delicious, classic, filling, chocolate, Nabisco. Brianna, back to back. Wow, well, she didn't win the first one, but she got in. You are going to go home with the Name It, Claim It prize, fudge-covered Oreos. We'll be sending it to you via Amazon Prime. Not an official sponsor or anything. It's just convenient. Way to go. Oh, I love those. Perfect. You won those. All right. Congratulations. That's our first one. Brianna, you win that prize. Way to go, girl. All right. Second one. Again, these are all Christmassy themes. Here's our second one. Mean, green, stink, stank, stunk. Might not be that hard. All you have to do is guess what it is, and you earn it. You win it. You might wonder how I'm going to win this, but I'll show you. Annie, way to go, Annie. You got it. First one to guess, the Grinch. And you're going to get 3 pairs of Grinch socks. Hopefully we'll get them to you before Christmas. They might be used. No, they're not used. Stink, stink, stunk. Good job, Annie. Way to go. All right, we got 2 girls who've won 2 of the Name It, Claim It prize so far. Guys, you still there? All right, here we go. Next one. Meal. This is a fun one. Hot. Glazed. It's also kind of weird. Pink. Sliced. So take a guess. It's a meal. It's hot, glazed, pink, and sliced. First one to guess it wins it. Gavin, good job, buddy. You're getting your very own Christmas ham. It should say Christmas ham. There you go. Congratulations, Gavin. It's not going to be a very big ham, but you're going to get a ham. That's my favorite one. I love that. I always try to do like a silly, goofy gag prize. A few weeks back, Tim won $1,000. Wow. And it was a stress ball, like a roll of 1,000. Oh, nice job. Enjoy that. Cool. Before we jump into this game, do you guys think we should do some Shift Live? It's not Shift Live. It's Elevate Live Super Prize Jackpot Auto Win Bingo. I forgot to throw the slide into our slideshow. We're going to leave this one up for now. But I've got my bingo tumbler here. If you have a bingo number, why don't you drop it in the chat right now? Because we're playing for several different prizes. Actually, 4 prizes tonight. Our jackpot has not been won yet. I've got my bingo number sheet up here. So the only way to get a bingo number is to email me at ksorvik@nbctoasted.org or message us on Facebook and Instagram. Drop your bingo numbers in the chat now, and we'll draw 2 numbers tonight to try and win our jackpot. Tonight, we're going to be going for a $5 Amazon gift card, a $5 Chick-fil-A gift card, a 50-count sticker pack, as well as a bag of candy. Nobody wins. In 2 weeks at Shift Live on the 3rd Sunday of the month and the 20th, we will be having Shift Live December 20th for kind of like a Christmas edition, Christmas special. This is just a teaser of Christmas games and stuff like that. We'll have another prize. We'll have another prize added. So here we go. I'm going to draw 2 numbers. We're looking for 2 winners, and you have to be here, be present to claim it in the chat. All right, what do we have? G51. Just evidence, proof. G51, which I don't think anyone has. So nobody said it. And then the next number. N41. N41. G51. Come on. All right, we're going to do one more. I really want somebody to win. What do we got here? Oh, 69. 069. And I don't have any winners on my sheet. If you have that number, you can talk about that and verify, but I'm sorry. All right, it looks like we're going to up the prize to 5 prizes to the Elevate Live Super Prize Jackpot Auto Win Bingo. 2 gift cards, a bag of candy, sticker pack, and another Christmassy prize at December 20th. So don't forget, if you don't have a bingo number and you're watching with us tonight, be sure to message us on Instagram or Facebook at Elevate Student. Otherwise, you can email me at ksorg@nbctosa.org and get your own bingo number. All right, let's play Let's Get It Started Christmas Edition. Here we go. All you have to do is name the Christmas movie, Christmas-themed story or song based off this introductory beginning or intro part. So before we show it on the slide, we're going to just verify we've got 6 people that can qualify to win the Let's Get It Started Christmas Edition, 7th being a winner. Okay, so we're going to be winning a $5 gift card. So far, we've got Cullen going home with a $5 gift card for the emoji game. And then we've got 6 qualifiers and then 1 for the winner. So here we go. We're putting it on the screen right now. Make your guess. Oh, hello. You're probably hear about the story. Elves love to tell stories. What is that from? It's the first line from what? And we're going off the chat that we have here on the live stream. So if it looks different at home, I'm sorry. Brianna, you're our first qualifier. Nice work. The correct answer is Elf. So you guys understand the game. First line of a movie, of a Christmas-themed story, or of a song is going to be shown, because that's why it's called Let's Get It Started. Nice job, Brianna. I'm going to ask you to stay out of the chat because you've qualified. You've got 5 more qualifiers. Here's the next one. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. What do we got? Nathaniel, you are our second qualifier. You got The Grinch. It's How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss, which was made into a cartoon, which was made into a live action movie, which was made into another animated movie. Okay, The Grinch. Next one. Come, they told me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, a newborn came to see, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. What is that from? Name it. And you get to qualify for the final $5 gift card. Grace came in with a drummer boy. Brianna, Nathaniel, and Grace. So you guys are going to stay out of the chat until I let you know we're into our final round. Nice job. Way to go. Here we go. Next one. Someone answer the phone. Where's my suitcase? It's downstairs. Who stole my hairdryer? Love this. So good. Good opening line. Home Alone, Annie. Nice job. Good job, Annie. Way to go. All right. This is the next one. Marley was dead. To begin with. There is no doubt whatever about that. What is that from? It's Christmas Carol is the correct answer. Christmas Carol. You guys are getting your answers in. Nice work. Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. The family and I usually see that in play version or on stage every year, but this year's been different, so that's a bummer. All right, nice job, Eva. You're the qualifier, 5th qualifier. And then we're going to be having one more qualifier for the final round, okay? So here we go. Last chance. Dashing through the snow in a 1-horse open sleigh, or the fields we go laughing all the way. What's that? Gavin, you came in first. Jingle Bells is the correct answer. Nice job, Gav. All right, so here are our 6 qualifiers. We have Brianna, Nathaniel, Grace, Annie, Eva, or Gavin. If you are not one of those people, I'm just asked to pause on the chat real quick while those 6 compete for a chance to win a $5 gift card by playing Let's Get It Started Christmas Edition. Here we go. It says, there it is, my house in good old Cleveland Street. How could I ever forget it? And there I am with that dumb round face and that stupid stocking cap. Let's get it started. Christmas edition. What is this from? The 6 of you have to compete and get it. Good luck. A Christmas Story. Brianna, you won. Wow, you got a couple wins here tonight. Annie, you came in a close second with A Christmas Story. Nathaniel, you tried, but thank you. Good job, you guys. Okay, so we are going to jump into our talk and our discussion for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out and playing games with us. But now it's the important part of the night where we get to have a good conversation and good discussion about our new series called No Room. And so it's a 2-night series. We're going to do this tonight and then the third Sunday of the month, all about Jesus, the birth story, birth narrative, if you will. And the passage is in Luke chapter 2. So let me just let you guys get turned there. If you have a Bible with you, if you use a Bible app on your phone or the YouVersion, whatever you want, make sure you have your Bibles with you, be able to jump around to Scripture. And then we'll have some of it on the screen as well. All right. So tonight we are going to be starting, like I said, this 2-part series about the first Christmas, and it's called No Room. And so you already know that Jesus was born in less than ideal conditions. You might even have heard a key verse of the Bible on which this message tonight is based on. It's in Luke chapter 2, verse 7. It says, this is the King James Version. She brought forth her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn. So when Jesus was born, the world was not ready for him. It did not make room for him, and the world as a whole did not receive him well. Even today, many people struggle with what it means to make room for Jesus, that they end up having no room for him in their own lives. So I want to invite you on a journey tonight with me to uncover the events and the details surrounding the birth of Jesus. We're going to peel back the layers of the cultural context to get a better understanding in the situation of life with which Jesus was born. So in order to begin that journey, let's read some more about the bigger context before the verse we just read in Luke 2, that was verse 7. So head with me to verses 1 through 5. In those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This is the first registration when Thanks, Noah. Quirinius. I've said this word so many times. Quirinius, that was governor of Syria, and all went to be registered, each to his own town. Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth to Judea to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was the house and lineage of David, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed, who was with child. All right, so let's step back just a little so you know what's going on in the story as a whole. So Mary and Joseph were young. Mary and Joseph were probably poor and probably teenagers, somewhere in their 16 to 19-year-old range. They're engaged and promised to each other by their parents, which is custom at that time. So Mary and Joseph both received an angelic vision that they were to give birth and raise Jesus, the Son of God, the Messiah. Both of them wrestled with the responsibility of this calling. And Mary left for a period of time and went to her relative's house. And Joseph contemplated breaking the engagement quietly. In the end, they agreed to trust God to get married and have the baby. And as they got close to the time the baby would be born, a census was ordered by Caesar Augustus. And typically, Mary and Joseph would have stayed in Nazareth, which was Mary's hometown, to have the baby. But because of the census, they had to return to their ancestral home, Joseph, which was Bethlehem. So now that the full context of what was occurring is clear, you can begin to understand that this is a less than ideal situation surrounding Jesus' birth. Here are a couple things so far. Jesus was born to parents who were poor, working people. The engagement was almost called off, and Mary and Joseph had to travel a very long distance just as the time Jesus was expected to make his entrance. And so in the midst of it all, while the world might not have been ready in making room for Jesus, God had already been making room for him through an ancient prophecy from Micah in the Old Testament, which was written 700 years prior to the birth of Jesus. It prophesied that the Messiah would come from Bethlehem. It says in Micah chapter 5, verse 2, "But you, O Bethlehem Ephrathah, who are too little to be among the clans of Judah, for you shall come forth for me one who is to be ruler in Israel, whose coming forth is from of old, from ancient days." While this prophecy would have been known by Jews of the time period, and maybe even known by Mary and Joseph, the prophecy didn't make that journey any easier for very pregnant Mary. It was 90 miles from Nazareth to Bethlehem, and traveling on the back of a donkey would have taken probably 4 to 5 days. Think about that. 4 to 5 days on the back of a donkey, 90 miles, right? It's like a long, long journey. I mean, what do you say? No, it's like 90 miles to Madison.
Yeah.
So imagine riding a donkey, you're super pregnant, to Madison from Milwaukee, right? That would take probably 4 to 5 days. So this is a long distance for anyone, and even more for a 9-month pregnant about to give birth Mary. So back to the census, the couple had to travel a place that Joseph no longer lived. And it's not like they could call ahead and get reservations, find a hotel or a Super 8. Typically, they would rely on the hospitality of a family member in the area or on a business or somebody who had an extra room. And when we think of traveling away from home these days, we think of hotels, we think of Airbnb, VBRO, whatever, another room sharing program. But in Mary and Joseph's time, people relied on the cultural expectation that someone would host them and help them out in their time of need. It was this expectation that, if you help somebody when they need help and they need somewhere place to stay, when you're on the road, someone else will help you. It's kind of this pay it forward mentality that was happening during the time period. And so the situation in Bethlehem was that the census was the way the Roman government knew how to tax its citizens. And practically speaking, Mary and Joseph, when they received the word of the census, just like everyone else in the area, they made plans to travel to the correct place where they'd be registered. Now, they may have been other people traveling from Nazareth to Bethlehem. The story doesn't say that. What we do know is that the journey for Mary and Joseph took longer than the other folks arriving into Bethlehem. We know this for a fact because there wasn't any room for them to borrow or to rent. So Luke chapter 2, verse 6 says, "While they were there, the time came for her to give birth." Luke tells the story in an interesting timeline. We find out that it's time for Mary to give birth before we even realize that they don't have anywhere for her to give birth. So Luke leaves so many details out about what these moments would have looked like. We have no idea how long Joseph searched for a place, how many places he asked, or what this childbirth even looked like. And after telling us that it was time for Jesus to be born, Luke continues. Verse 7, she gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger because there was no place for them in the inn. So we rush through this part of the story because we think that we understand it. When we think about the scene in Bethlehem that night, right, we think of a typical manger scene. We've got a couple pictures for you. We think about the pristine beauty of what happened when Jesus was born. We imagine the shepherd, the wise men, the animals, and the quiet baby Jesus, right? And what's funny about the song, that you think about it, there was probably not much that was silent about this first night, right? Think about the animals and the smells and the people talking and, trying to figure out how to be parents and deal with this little baby and a crying baby maybe. In reality, this scene is not ideal, not what it looked like at all. Without the gory detail of Mary actually giving birth outside of a sterile hospital, let me describe what I can with some of the details that are going on here. So think about the swaddling clothes, right? We got a picture of that, what that would look like, right? The Bible says that Mary wrapped Jesus in swaddling cloths. And so we have a similar practice still today of swaddling newborn babies so that they'll stay warm and comfortable as they first enter the new world. And in Jesus' time, babies were swaddled by being wrapped tight with strips of cloth, and these swaddling cloths became very important later. As the shepherd arrived, looked for a baby wrapped in swaddling cloths and lying in a manger, it says in Luke 2, verse 12. So if you think about a manger, I'll show you a picture of that. Luke describes that Mary laid the newborn Jesus into a manger. A manger is a feeding trough for animals, made of either wood or stone, and it was placed where a shepherd would place the grain or hay or other food for the animals to eat. So that's where baby Jesus got to hang out the first night he was born. Kind of looks like a crib, think about it. And then in the inn, when we talk about an inn, there's a little picture behind me. I'm going to try and make sure you guys can see that. Most of us think about a hotel, something similar. If you have been to a real bed and breakfast, something similar is happening here at Jesus' birth. In a bed and breakfast, someone rents out a room in a large house while living in one of the rooms in the same house. In the time of Jesus' birth, people often had a guest room or an extra room in their home. where they would host other family members or other travelers. So this room was already full, and it wouldn't be appropriate for the owner of the house to make someone leave. So there's no room in the main part of the house that they found because the guest room was occupied. So if Mary did not give birth in the typical guest room, where did she give birth? We know for sure that she was in an area in which the animals were being kept and fed, because of an animal feeding trough becomes Jesus' first bed. And so because there's no room, we normally translate this phrase, no room for Mary and Joseph, meaning a room was not available. A better way to understand this description is to say that there was no space or no place in the inn or guest room for them. So Mary did not give birth to Jesus outside, what we might think. The space where she gave birth was a space where the animals were kept at night, which is typically inside a room attached to the house. It's more appropriate to think about this space as kind of like a stable. So the space itself is probably a cave or some other structure attached to the house. And so it's likely that the innkeeper did take care of Mary by offering them a private area where she could give birth to Jesus. And so if you see that there's this guest room, the family room in the picture, and then there's this stable, right, where the mangers would be. And so sometimes they were staggered or stacked in early, in ancient Jerusalem. It was kind of layered. So the animals are on a lower level and then the rooms are above because heat rises. And so it could have been like that, but she's definitely in a stable near the animals because that's where Jesus was laying, and we know animals were around. And so when we have, when Jesus was born, it was done in a rushed and hurried environment. There was no room for him where there usually would have been room. It's not like Mary and Joseph had not made room for his arrival because they had to change their prepared environment to make room for Jesus in a very different way, in a place other than the one they had planned in Nazareth, right? They had to go to Bethlehem. Bringing a baby into the world requires so much focus. It requires so much attention. There's so much to prepare for, and there's so much that you are not ready to deal with. And yet in the midst of it all, you prepare. A soon-to-be parent searches through any and all information in order to get ready to make room for the arrival of a baby. And so you literally put any and everything aside in order to create space for the baby in your life. So here's a tough question for all of us. Are you so busy that you have no room for Jesus in your life? As we celebrate Jesus' birth this Christmas season, do you have room for him in your life? And imagine for a moment that you are the innkeeper, right? Do you have room in your heart ready for Jesus, or is your life so cluttered with other priorities that you have to send him away? So making room for Jesus means that we push things aside and make space for him. Is there room for Jesus in your life? So I encourage you to make room for the Savior today and every day, because he's come into the world and he wants to live in your life today. So do you have room for him? So we're going to continue this discussion into small groups and also into our second night on December 20th at Elevate Live at 6 on the third Sunday of the month. We'll finish up this 2-night series. So we're going to head over to our Zoom small groups. I'll drop the link in the chat if you need it. But thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us at Elevate Live. Don't forget, we've got high school small group this Wednesday night. We need to register for that on Eventbrite. You can find it on the Instagram bio, otherwise our website, fdctosa.org/student. Don't forget to sign up for our winter retreats. And then lastly, we're having a Netflix party next week, Monday night at 8. It's Monday, December 14th at 8 p.m. We're going to be doing a Netflix party, Christmas edition. The voting will start this week on Instagram. So tell your friends, tell other people at youth group to check out the Instagram stories starting tomorrow. We're going to have an elimination bracket all through the Instagram polls on our Instagram story. If you don't have an Instagram account, maybe borrow a parent's or make a fake one or whatever you need to do just to get on Instagram, vote for the movie. And then we're going to have snacks and stuff available for pickup Sunday the 13th. So you can have some snacks and hang out watching our movie Monday night. That link will go out Monday night as well to join our teleparty. It's called teleparty, but I'm calling it a Netflix party. All right, guys. I will see you in Zoom. I'm going to drop the link right here in the chat. And don't forget, we're playing for a $20 Amazon gift card in Zoom. So join us right now as you head over to our Zoom platform. I'll give you the link if you need it. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you need the Zoom link, okay? All right, there's your link to Zoom. I will see you guys in there. Have a great night.